distinguished representatives of the Commonwealth, the African Union, the Economic Community of West African States, leadership and staff of the National Peace Commission of Sierra Leone, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, representatives of the Sierra Leone People's Party, comrades of the All People's Congress Party, here present, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, good morning. Let me start by humbly welcoming you all to this historic and defining moment of our time, which is holding an inter-political party dialogue that aims to find a consensual solution to the governance stalemate. I especially appreciate the presence of representatives from the Commonwealth, the African Union, and the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, who have taken their time and spent their resources to be with us here today. Their presence is a clear testament and demonstration of their commitment to the achievement of democracy, peace, security, development, and stability in our beloved Sierra Leone and elsewhere in the rest of the world. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Madam Fatuma Diallo, former Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, and thank you also, Justice Sanga, for agreeing to facilitate the dialogue by joint courtesy, compliment, the aid, and ECOWAS. Hearty congratulations from the people of Sierra Leone to you, our colleague, Professor Michel Scobie, for your high academic achievement as a professor a few days ago. These three institutions, together with our other development partners, they are residents in Sierra Leone, continuously engage us as a party on the need for all political parties and other stakeholders to work together to ensure a peaceful elections outcome and to commit to the tenets of democracy and the rule of law as we embark on the June 2023 presidential and general election. One important outcome of our engagements with our international partners was the signing of the Peace Pledge a few weeks before the elections, a pledge that the APC fully adhered to. For us in the APC, our paramount interest has always been, and will continue to be, the peace, security, and stability of our beloved Sierra Leone. Accordingly, our commitment to having free, fair, credible, and non-violent elections has been attested to in our several press releases before, during, and after the elections. Unfortunately, the entire electioneering process was played with a plethora of premeditated and carefully structured actions aimed at rigging the elections before and throughout the entire process. And this includes the perpetration of violence, intimidation, and a disproportionate display of what I would describe as gun power against the leadership, members, and supporters of the APC. We also suffered from deep-rooted ethno-regional pride that has succeeded in dividing this peaceful nation. And worst of all, from state capture and partisan use of public institutions, including all elections management bodies, which further deepen the divide in the country and fuel the brutalization of the opposition in their homes, as well as in their communities. Many simply because they are either APC, or they are Northwesterners, or they are perceived not to have voted SLPP. And above all, as carrying Samura identity. Your Excellencies, lead facilitators, it is this premeditated and ingrained hate, along with untold anger, intolerance, and tribalistic tendencies against the Bill regime against the opposition since 2018 that represents today the bedrock of Sierra Leone's heightened political tension. This is something we cannot ignore or set aside if we want to restore democracy and bring back peace and stability in Sierra Leone, a country with tremendous potential and prospects to build and secure lasting hope and an enviable future for all. It is worth noting that the June 24, 2023 election and its aftermath was merely a combination of the reasons that have brought us here today. Since 2018, when the APC peacefully transitioned power to the SLP, the leadership, members, and supporters of the APC party have never been at peace under this regime. We handed over power to the SLPP because we respect democracy and democratic processes. Whilst we did question the results produced by the Electoral Commission, we have no doubt that handing over power was the right thing to do. To us, the interests of the nation was much more paramount than our partisan and personal interests. Importantly, we wanted to keep the country united. Sierra Leoneans had prior to 2018 worked very hard for 15 years to ensure that we built on the hard-earned peace and democracy that the country had enjoyed since the Civil War ended in the year 2002. However, on taking power in 2018, the SLP made it their primary focus to directly target the leadership, membership, and even sympathizers of the APC, while at the same time fragmenting the country and setting the stage for the state we are in today. The state characterized by a deteriorating democratic space, the instrumentalization of police, the military, and notably the Electoral Commission Sierra Leone, led to a culture of impunity that will see the Electoral Commission produce 2023 election results that did not reflect the will of the people, and that saw the leadership of the APC directly targeted at the party office while election results were being awaited, resulting unfortunately in one of our members eventually killed by the state security personnel. These and several other extrajudicial killings still remain uninvestigated. May our gentle souls rest in perfect peace and light perpetual shine. Whose executive, legislature, and other public appointments are only beneficiaries of stolen election. I can easily draw your attention to the very unguided utterances and some bad faith actions by members of this illegitimate administration, especially on the eve of the dialogue. This includes continuation of parliamentary sessions and threats against our elected members of parliament, mayors, chairmen, and councillors relative to their tenure and other entitlements. All meaningful political engagements of national interest are usually preceded by preambles and signaling. As a party, the APC has engaged with the stakeholders to prepare them for the dialogue and possible outcomes. In addition, we have signaled through the Peace Commission that we are coming to this dialogue with an open mind, a genuine desire for peace, and an anxious urge to reach a consensual solution that can enable the country to be back on the path to development, progress, and democracy once again. Regrettably, political posturing from some of our colleagues on the other side of this dialogue table is not sending encouraging signals to us on the APC, nor to the citizens of Sierra Leone, neither to the world at large. You cannot say you are seeking peace, but at every moment you try to put the rug under the feet of the opposition. The targeted COI appeal cases and ongoing arrest and harassment of APC supporters are cases in point. You cannot want peace and continue to impose an acting mayor on Freetown City Council, which the SLPP lost convincingly. You cannot want to pursue peace and give ultimatums to APC elected councillors on the eve of a national dialogue. In this dialogue, we are faced with two important scenarios going forward. As a passionate but very neutral commentator indicated to me, the easy part for us, both on the dialogue table, is to stay in our entrenched positions and to dig deeper to fight only for the outcome each party believes in is right for it. For the APC to move on, it is important to look back and recognize the democratic injustice to the citizens within the context of a hastily installed illegitimate administration, as if all is normal. For the SLPP to move on, it is important to look forward while recognizing the injustice of an electoral coup against the citizens, and how this can be peacefully mitigated for now and into the future. The courageous path is to change the rules of the game and to come with a spirit of reconciliation without losing the baby with the bathwater, without making the voters worse off than where they are after this unprecedented election fraud, or by avoiding a language of winning or losing, or staying strong or giving in, that boxes in our respective positions even before the dialogue starts. We have an opportunity to look for that point of equilibrium and solutions, and not where we disagree. An opportunity to put aside for this moment our party colors, intimidatory tactics, noisy supporters, and personal pride and ego, and to recognize that this is a matter of national importance, not a battleground for political giants. And finally, we have an opportunity to recognize that we need to look backwards and forwards, to be open to listening and to be mutually respectful. We in the APC are ready to do this. Are you ready, the SLP? In conclusion, we are not doing this in a vacuum. The social, economic, and political context is obviously very challenging, and our people are suffering. The economy continues to worsen, given funding squeeze and uncertainty in domestic and international investor appetite. We owe it to our citizens to put all our efforts to build cohesion and find a win-win way forward that puts the people in full position. We are all here, both as political parties and as domestic and international facilitators, because we recognize that the present electoral and other state management systems are fundamentally broken and need urgent and sustainable fixing. We cannot fulfill the country's potential if so many of our people feel that their vote was not respected. It's a test of leadership to choose what is right, even when it is difficult, or our people may criticize us for that reason. I do recognize that our shared legacy as leaders must be that we have found a way forward that puts our people and country first. Every second, every minute, every hour, and each day we spend here at this dialogue table must point us in the right direction. But first, we must unravel and accept the truth. And therefore, thereafter, we must then have the strength and creativity to identify and collectively pursue those institutional reforms that will provide us with lasting pathways to social justice and democracy. We must swallow our ego, our pride, and do what is right for our people and in the best interest of our beloved nation. Let me state that our people are curiously waiting to see what will come out of this dialogue. In this dialogue, there has to be a path to restoring democracy and the people's will. There has to be a path to bringing back the people's stolen vote. This is what the APC's leadership stands for. And certainly, it is what the APC leadership will continue to fight for. I pray that the process will be guided by the presence of and the grace of Almighty God, so that we'll have an outcome that will move this land that we love, our Sierra Leone, out of this very, very dark trajectory that it is trapped in. I thank you very much, and may God bless you all.